Good morning. So this is where the spot we camped last night actually looks like in daylight. There's that junction. Some more camp spots up there. One word about Washington at this time of the year. When you come out here, just be aware you're sharing these woods with about 1 million hunters.
They're nice enough people.
Yeah, they're absolutely.
But they spook you out when you walk past them and you go, oh.
Because they're in camouflage, standing very still, when the sun starts to set and you're sort of semi-night hiking, they can give you a fright, that's for sure. They will also potentially come past your campsites quite early in the morning. But just, you know, there's
in there, right, to be out here like everyone else.
No, absolutely. And as I said, I mean, everybody we've met has been extremely nice and friendly, and we've met quite a lot of them. But just, I did not realise how big a thing hunting is, and they're all crossbow hunters at this moment in time, which is another thing I didn't even. I mean, to be fair, I didn't even know happened. Yeah, so they're out here. They're obviously not shooting across trails or anything, so there's no danger. It's just that they're there, and you know, they do spook you a bit when you come up on them. Barely started the morning and already the views are so pretty. A lot of climbing today. You know. Oh, look at that little cloud.
Oh, baby cloud.
Baby cloud over a lake. But yeah, I mean, you know, you don't get to be given views like that for the price of asking. You have to work for them. But we put ourselves in a good position yesterday. That's why we were pushing for those extra 4 miles, even though it meant pitching in the dark, so that we wouldn't have to push ourselves too much today. We're going at a moderate pace, which will hopefully help us get up the top, and then that leaves us with, yeah, sadly, this could be our last full day on the PCT, because it leaves us with sort of hopefully about 10 to 12 miles to get into White Pass. Just beautiful.
God will miss it. It's a beautiful country.
It is. But it is a beautiful country with a very fixed deadline on foreign visas. Damn you, US, damn you! Oh, when we come back we know to do things differently.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this when we get home.
Yeah. There's our first sighting of the cricket since Oregon. Hello. They are freaky looking things. So yeah, we just realised we were filming it upside down. So we thought it was dead, but it's actually... Brian turned it round and it gave him a bit of a stink eye, so it is alive still, but I think it might be on its way out, poor thing. Landscape's very much turning too rugged here. Extraordinary rocks. There's this little monster there. You can see the jagged edges coming out behind.
We'll find out.
The forest there. I'm not sure we're going to make it over the Goat Rocks today because it's just too beautiful to move. Currently trying to find out whether this thing has a name on my map. The National Geographic map, it doesn't seem to have, but it looks an extraordinary enough rock formation to deserve a name. And just when you think it's safe to put the camera away, this happens. Wow. Jeez. Look at those rock formations. Hope they come out and I zoom in. Yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. Rock porn. that feeling somebody's watching you.
Alan! Look. Alan!
He's right by the trail. Oh,
Alan!
oh my word. We reached the Sispel's Pass. And that is the view back.
There's still no internet.
First world problems. The view forward is also quite impressive,
And that's me.
but it has currently got a lot of trees in it, so I'll try and step past them. There we go. Look at that. Still not a clue where we're going. I hope it's not over that thing. But there is some snow.
Yeah. There's some cliff bar as well.
And there is some cliff bars.
To
Good
be
idea. Even though we're going to have breakfast in about 0.7.
Yeah, I think we can go beyond.
We found ourselves a nice breakfast spot. We filled us some more water. Normally we say, oh yeah, breakfast with a view, which it is, but this is breakfast with a backdrop. Whoa.
That's good.
Very dramatic. This is the little flat bit before the actual climb, so we've done the two sort of climbs. And yeah, this is where we shall replenish our energies. And the puffy's on. So Dr. Dolittle has attracted another random animal.
Yeah, it's a caterpillar.
It's just appeared on his sandal. We have no idea where it came from. Just there. Drama. It's a standoff.
There's the boogie thing there.
It's a Mexican standoff.
He's jumped.
Ooh, the boogie thing jumped. Oh yeah, he's on the phone now. There he is. Brian's collecting a zoo while I'm making coffee. Whatever makes you happy.
Dr. Dolittle. I have animals queuing up at my gate. Don't want you, go away. Whatever. Mom.
Now it's whistling.
Held on the line, white girls singing silly songs all the time. Jump on that.
Wow. Now this is next level trail maintenance. Thank you for that for that effort. That's amazing. Whole wall to hold back this gravel pit, and the trail's beautiful. Impressive. Oh boy.
You think you're skipping Washington ever?
Don't.
I know. Don't, it's beautiful. Only if we can get over there to go for the swim. I don't think that's going to happen.
And one last snow traverse on the PCT. It's not gonna let us go easily or cheaply. How's it feel? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, we do have micro spikes with us, but yeah, this is okay snow. So we finally reached the junction to Old Snowy and the Knife's Edge. But as you can probably hear, a really strong cold wind has come up. So I think we're going to give that one a miss and stay on the PCT. It looks nice and clear, but yeah, this is very, very windy and very cold. So there was one more bit of snow. This tiny patch here. And yeah, that was pure ice. We went all the way around to the bottom and around, which is not easy scrambling on these rocks, but yeah, it was. We should have. That was one for microspikes, but you know, kind of think, do I really want to take my pack off, unpack everything, take out the microspikes for what amounts to 1.5 meters of slushy ice?
Heidi coming round. Put you down. See, we're going all the way down there and over them mountains over there. That's probably the last video I'm going to do. On here, that is. That's just way down Old Smoky. But I've got no wind jacket. But this is beautiful. And you can see the trail that we're going through down there. Clouds are coming in. This is beautiful. We've just come all the way up from up there. Mad. And it's windy. Let's hope we can get through the rest of it.
We found a bit of a wind still point. We're still in the ups and downs coming over the goat rocks. Hey, look at these clouds. I think we're on the last sort of proper up. It's basically when you've reached the top, where the trail junction is. There's a sort of zigzaggy, about three times you drop down and then you go pretty much up to the same height again, and then you drop down and it goes on for a while. And the wind today didn't make it easy. But here, this little spot, trail's literally just up there. It's perfectly wind still, but you can see from the speed of the clouds what's going on over there.
Big campsite down there.
Yeah, actually what we're sitting in seems to be a bit of a sort of a single camp spot. And there's a sandy pitch down there. Oh God, I can't even see my finger. Hello. Somewhere in that area. I'm hiking with the Caped Crusader now. He said he saw a bat signal somewhere, but I don't know what he's seen, because I can see nothing. Into the mist! We're out of the fog and off the hill. Walking across this rather pretty plateau. And we're just basically seeing how far we can get tonight. Our main aim was to get up and over. I'd like to get as close as possible to White Pass, because the weather forecast for tomorrow was, when we last had a chance to check, not good. So the less walking in rain we have to do on our final day of the PCT, the better. But yeah, we'll just see how far we get before we run out of steam or the light gets too dim. We don't want a repeat of yesterday where we like night hiked. So it's not much point, because there's another 1,200 foot hill between us and White Pass, and we don't want to start that tonight. But it's very, very pretty here, isn't it? I'll try to wobble less so you can actually appreciate it. Oh, there we are.
The last night is so depressing. And tomorrow I can get pissed and drink a load of beer.
Maybe the last night, depending on whether we can get out of White Pass tomorrow or have to camp there. But yeah, there we are. Camped up by Lutz.
Still drinking beer tomorrow though, aren't I?
One track mind. Camped up by Lutz Lake, which sort of was the campsite we were aiming for, and then when we got here realized it wasn't the campsite we were aiming for, but we were here and we were like, oh, what the hell. We're getting confused between two campsites. The other one, the one we actually wanted to aim for was 2.6 miles further on. But, you know what, it's the last day, who cares? If we get into White Pass for 10 in the morning, great. If we get there for 12, great. If we get there for 4 in the afternoon, great. We'll get there. We'll have what now, 12 and a bit miles left?
Yeah, 12 and a half. Yeah.
12 and a half. I mean, you know, on any normal day that's pre-lunch. We do have another big climb tomorrow, so and today has severely wiped us out. That was no joke, going over Goat Rocks. And the knife's edge thing afterwards, wow.
That was scary.
It's very windy, and the ridge is very thin.
Yeah,
and
you haven't got anything for protection. You just
the drop is very sheer.
Yeah.
It's one wrong step, as Brian said. Even just forget the wind. I mean, if you just stumble there the wrong way, you're down, a long way down. But yeah, this isn't our fire ring. Obviously, there's always a fire ring where we're camping. This is our one boot on, one boot off hiker, though. Not sure what he's doing there. I think he just kind of fell asleep halfway through an act.
I forgot what I was doing.
Brian, half a job. Yeah. Right, time to cook, and yeah, feels slightly surreal to think that maybe tomorrow we're not actually pitching the tent.
Well, we like the tent.
We like the tent, yeah, by the way, yeah. So far, I mean, apart from the fact that, as I said, at the moment, it can't be pitched rainfly first, which, thank you weather gods, we didn't need to do. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but we don't care, because we shouldn't need to pitch the tent again. And well, Brian's kind of already engineering away once we get home to change things slightly on this tent, so he thinks he can think of a way that will make it work. Needs a little bit of crafting, but you know, that's what you marry an engineer for. That is to watch him struggle with a simple task of changing a boot.
Women always try to beat you up.
We set up nice and early from our campsite here. Well, all of this, you know, hiking late, setting up early is all in benefit of trying to get over the Goat Rocks, because the weather forecast put a fear of God in us the following day, not today, but tomorrow. It forecasts snow, and if there's something we don't want to do is the Goat Rocks in snow. So yeah, we set off at a brisk pace to get to the Goat Rock Wilderness, really. But first we hit this Sispus Pass. Now, we had a southbound come towards us at one point going like, oh, you're coming up to Sispus Pass, it's going to blow your mind. And you're just like, oh, that's sweet, you know, he's enthusiastic and all this, you know, how nice can it be? You know, we've done nearly 2,000 miles on the PCTs, like, come on. But honestly, this is spectacular. I mean, the video doesn't do it justice. You come up to that pass and you just stand there with your jaw dropping to the floor. It is so, so beautiful. Something with the colors, the rock formation, it's just, yeah, this is an outstanding section. If you never do anything else in Washington, I would highly recommend hiking Sispus Pass. It's just gorgeous. Yeah. So we got over the pass and then started dropping down with all these lovely, lovely little streams crossing the pass and little waterfalls. And it just was, I mean, we also had obviously a very good day. It was beautiful. And then eventually we came up to the infamous old snowy trail junction, and the weather took a turn for the not so pretty. I mean, it was still, you know, it looked sunny enough and it was pretty enough, but there was a really horrible cold wind coming, and so we decided to not do the alternate over Old Snowy, which is actually the recommended way when there's snow. Because a bit like with Mount Baden-Powell, the official PCT, which is nowadays, I think, the Packhorse Trail, is like just one big traverse. And it's, I mean, this is a steep traverse. I don't know whether the pictures really did it justice. So when there's a lot of snow, you're better off going over the top. And then you start on the Knife's Edge, which deserves its name. I mean, it's just... You've seen the pictures. It is beautiful, but it is scary, really, really scary, because any gust of wind, there's nothing either side. You just, you know, if you misstep, that's it. And the winds were quite gusty and strong. And then you reach this section where it looks nice and flat, but let me move across. It doesn't even really do it justice here. Sorry, this has been suffering under the weather, but you know, you go up to the Old Snowy thing, and then you can see all these little up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. They look like nothing on the map. They really kick your butt. You know what you've done by the end of it. So by the time we kind of did this slingshot here and reached the nice plateaus, we were knackered. Our muscles were aching from just, you know, the concentration of trying not to fall off a mountain. And yeah, this was really pretty. And we just carried on hiking as long as our legs would take it to, and I've completely forgotten where we got to. I think this is where we wanted to get to, but didn't. Oh, Lutz Lake, yeah, that's where we ended up.